Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with All Things Barbecue, and I'm here at the Kansas Speedway for the American Royal, the world's largest barbecue competition. I want to thank Yoder Smokers for inviting me out to cook a huge party with them tonight, and I want to show you what I'm cooking. We've got chopped flank steak street tacos. All right guys, like I said, I'm here at the American Royal. It's a little bit crazy. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. We're getting ready to cook this party tonight, and like I said, we're doing some street tacos, chopped flank street tacos, and that all starts with our flank steak. This flank's already in pretty good shape, but I'm just gonna trim up any of this excess stuff that's on the surface. Yeah, this thing looks good though. So what we want to do is get this into a marinade. We're going to use that Sweetwater Spice Trace chilies. It's a great go-to steak marinade, especially when you're doing tacos. And it just so happens that we've had one that's been sitting in there for about an hour and a half already. All right, I've doctored up our rub a little bit. We're using the Cattleman's Grill 8-second ride, but we've also cut it with some Code 3 Spices grunt rub for a little extra garlic, as well as some ground cumin. Get a nice coating on the outside here. Flip it over and get the other side. You guys can check out the link in the description to find the full recipe, and I'll have the proportions for the different rubs on there. Let's just give that about 5 minutes to set up. I'm gonna go check out the charcoal grill and see if it's getting nice and hot. I'm waiting on that charcoal to get hot, so in the meantime, I'm gonna throw together some slaw as well as a little pico de gallo. All right, I'm gonna be super precise with my measurements today. That is exactly 8 ounces. And we're gonna add a little bit of cilantro to this. All right, so that's down to about 1/3 cup of minced cilantro. Next, we're gonna move on to some lime juice. We need 1/4 cup of lime juice. Again, very precisely measuring out 1/4 cup. All right, that feels close. Next, we need about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You got a tablespoon of sugar, and then hit it with a little bit of salt. I'm just gonna mix this up really good and then throw it into the cooler until we're ready to make our tacos. All right, now for our pico. I'm gonna dice up tomato, nice and fine. Probably gonna need about half of this onion here. And again, we wanna go pretty fine on the dice here on the onion, just like we did with the tomato. All right, we're gonna use about 1/3 cup of this onion. If you want your jalapeno to be really spicy, you can leave some of these seeds in. And I'm gonna mince this down nice and fine as well. So this is a really simple salsa, but it's always so good to make a nice fresh pico to go with tacos or even chips. And I'll pretty much always do just a tomato, some onion, jalapeno, cilantro, and then you just need some lime juice and some salt. It's fresh, it's delicious every time. The proportions aren't even really that important. You make it the way you like it. Look at that, it's bright, colorful, and it tastes fantastic. Today we're cooking on a Yoder Smokers Flattop Charcoal Grill, which is always a good time, and we were lucky enough to have Yoder Smokers send over a brand new one to cook on for this party here at the Royal. We're gonna place our flank steak right here on the grill grates, and directly underneath here is a really nice hot bed of coals. Let's give it a little bit of time to get some nice grill marks. All right, we got some good color going there, so we're gonna flip this over to finish it off. Now we're shooting for an internal temperature of 125 to 130 degrees. So I'm gonna go across the grain and slice this really thin to start out. And then once we get this sliced out, I'm gonna take my cleaver and just go for some choppage. Now we take all of our bits and toss them in the juice that's left there on the board. All right, got our tortillas here. It's a little bit of meat in there. A little bit of pico in there, a little bit of slaw. Then I want to top it all off with some Cotija cheese. All right, let's get in there. The Cotija adds just the right amount of funk to it. It's just really salty and delicious. That meat is tender and juicy. I mean, I'm losing the juices as we speak. And of course you get the tanginess from the slaw. It all comes together and works just like it's supposed to. Hey, thanks so much for watching, and thanks again to Yoder Smokers. Be sure to check out yodersmokers.com. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to thesauce.atbbq.com. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.